Hey, Hillside. So, Numbers 33 recounts the journey of the Israelites through the wilderness into the promised land. And it maps out like we went here, and then we went there, and then here, and we camped there. And if you look at a map of these places, right, you can see the starting point and the ending point, and there would be like this really nice, along the coast, straight line there. But if you map out the course, it really goes like down here, up here, and there's actually like a little loop, and then over here. And sometimes we read the Old Testament and we can think, like, what are the parallels or how does this apply to my life today? But we are so much like the Israelites, right? How many of our lives follow that? If you look at where you started and where you are now, like where God's brought you, you look back and you're like, man, it would have been so much easier if I would just went straight to this, right? But really, your life took this, and there's some backtrack and there's a loop here and whatever, right? To end at the point you were today. And if you look at the Israelites, right, they were not ready to enter the promised land. God brought them through all these things. He taught them, He developed them. And how much of our lives are like that too? It would have been really nice if I would have just went straight into ministry and skipped all the rough stuff, right? Going, why'd I waste 4 years going to engineering school and then work for the government and whatever? But I wouldn't be who I was today if I didn't go through those things. I wouldn't have developed, I wouldn't have learned the lessons that God taught me in that, and would not be who I was. So He does work and prepares us for things. And so we can also look at what our next goal is, where we want to be, and we want to get right there. But we also got to remember, God might take us on one of those loopy paths to get there, and that's okay, So just being responsive and open to where He leads and not the direct path, because we might think the direct route is better, right? More efficient, makes sense. But in reality, He knows so much more than us and so much better. So just buckle in and get ready for the loopy ride, because in the end, you can look at it and really appreciate it and realize all the good that it is. So that's all I have for you today, and we'll see you next time, Hillside.